Hi everyone, welcome to your energy reading for healing. Hope you all are doing well. If you don't know, my name is Lauren and welcome to my channel here on YouTube. I do have another channel, The Clarity Cure. I've been around for years and years doing horoscope tarot readings, which have been on hold for a while. I may just pick that up. Stick around, make sure you subscribe over there, because I think what I may end up doing is live readings as a way to give back, but I'll probably do that over at the Clarity Cure, so make sure you subscribe over there. And if you're not subscribed here, would love for you to be part of my tribe. I focus on my subscribers. Yes, the message is universal. However, I pick up the energy of what you need to hear. Okay, and thank you, by the way, to the 400 subscriber who joined. I think that was last week, so I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, so I'm going to, or I am shuffling the frequency energy card. Oh, there's quite a few that fell. One moment. Oh, I can't even pick them up. All right, that's too many. So I'm going to continue to shuffle. Let's see where you need to be or what the focus is for your energy body. Transformation and miracles. Love that. So something big is coming in for you. Yellow is always very sunny, very positive energy. It's frequency 528. Please check out my playlist for frequency music. It's very powerful when trying to work through anything that might be difficult for you. It breaks through the stagnation, right? Because we want to always be moving up the food chain of life, so to speak. And it's not always easy, right? So every little thing that could help your healing is a benefit, okay? I love the frequency music, especially for those of you that find it a little difficult to sit in meditation. Of course, that's my number one suggestion, of course, for the best results, because that's when you can intuit what you're hearing that is meant for you, going beyond the ego and living more on a soul level and receiving messages that pertain to your particular situation, the hurdles, and healing the child within, and doing all this work so you can prosper in the way that you want, right? We got to overcome our obstacles first. Okay, so 528 frequency megahertz. This is all about transformation and miracles coming your way. Let's see. I'm going to just put that up there. I just love the yellow. Let's get a card from Colette Baron Reeves. Deck here so we can get some additional messages for you. Transformation and miracles. Let's see, what is the additional message as this may pertain specifically? Okay, I guess that one wants to go. Here we go again. Don't mind the mess behind me. You got two. So we're going to take them. The tribe, and I think you guys got this last time or the time before. So the tribe is finding your people, right? Finding a support group, perhaps a mentor, somebody that can help you through a time of transition. And then you got between two worlds. Okay, so right now you have to be very good to yourself. You have to be very easy, because you are moving through your transformation. That's what this is telling me. You can see this flamingo, right, is moving forward, but they're coming out of this haze and this cloudy energy, maybe haven't been able to see the forest for the trees here, so to speak. But now you're moving through to your miracle, through your transformation. You're in the middle of it. And that's sometimes, wow, that could be really hard. And it could be a moment, more than a moment. Astrologically speaking, for an example, I've had Saturn in my first house for almost 2 years now. So I've been going through some major changes myself, but that could be the kind of energy, right? For some of you, you may be able to transition faster if you find your tribe. That might be applicable to some of you. Others of you, you're just going to have to work through it. Yes, a tribe could help. But you can see the winds of change, see the leaves blowing. So things are kicking up, which tells me you're halfway through. You're halfway through your transformation. Okay. And if you're feeling like butterflies or a gut reaction to your situation, that's normal. That's normal. Please watch what you eat. I would definitely say get your exercise in, definitely body-mind connection. Exercises are very good. Yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, cardio, doing, doing something to help release the stagnant energy in your body. Because what happens, especially when you're going through this kind of change, it's hard, it's that, oh, I got my finger on the pulse, but not quite. So, instead of eating a pint of ice cream, do what you can, right? Every day, every step makes a difference. And if you have a bad day, that's okay. There's always tomorrow. I had to teach myself that. Especially if you're on a goal and you're taking it very seriously, just because you mess up one day, that doesn't mean that it's shot. So for me, what I always do, I talk myself down from the ledge. I say, okay, tomorrow's a new day and we start anew. Okay. So that's quite lovely. You have the tribe to back you up. Maybe that's why you're here on YouTube. I love it, right? Getting some positive feedback as it may relate to what you might be going through. And the number 8 too is infinity, right? So you're going through this godlike energy. What comes around goes around. The infinity is energetically very powerful. Let's see, between worlds is a 3. So 3 is about communication. And now that I'm looking here, you got a butterfly. There's a butterfly right above the flamingo. How beautiful is that? Butterflies are all about transformation. And look at the crown. The crown on top of the flamingo. How sweet is that? You're really moving into some queen, king energy, mastery. So whatever you're doing, keep going. I feel this is like just to, help you to feel motivated that you are on the right path, right? Sometimes we question where we are, okay? And the 528, this yellow solar plexus energy is about building confidence in your ability, okay? Itchy palms, that's very interesting. I'm releasing energy myself. It's on my left hand, right? So I'm not sure what's this way, in energy in, I should know this. Anyway, sometimes they say itchy palms is money, right? I like that. We could definitely use some funds, some extra funds, right? Who can't? Anyway, let's get an angel card for you. Ooh, what is the message today for my subscribers? All right, guys, I'm sweating. I'm sorry. Ooh, very humid where I live now. makes you sticky. It's terrible. Anyway. Okay, what is the angel message? What is the additional message? Oh, we have one that flipped over. Ground yourself. Okay, that would make sense. Let me read this to you. I love this purple color. Ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and the material so that you can enjoy fulfilling earthly life. Wow, that is just stunning. More butterflies, all coming up her dress. Do you guys see that? So beautiful. And look at the purple. That's your crown chakra. So making sure you keep that God cord always attached to heaven. Okay. That you stay connected to God energy when you're doing any kind of spiritual work. For those of you that are spiritual teachers, healers, find the balance, right? This is about finding the balance in doing your healing or spiritual work, but needing to keep your feet on the ground, okay? Be careful with any kind of astral flying, doing any kind of rituals. You know, always ask that your spirit guides join you, your angels, your protectors, whenever you do any type of work like that, okay? So, and I mention it because I had a client who was having some issues after doing a lot of astral flying. I'm like, you got to be very careful. There's all kind of lower energy vampires in the astral plane. So please, 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 if you're going to do any lucid dreaming, you're going to do any exploration, always make sure you imagine that cord, that golden cord coming out of the top of your head, and you want to attach it to God, okay? And that will protect you, and always call in your angels and spirit guides to go with you on your little journeys if you're going to go out to the astral plane, especially if you're going to go out to the astral plane, okay? All right, let's get you... Oh, let's do a Reiki healing message. Okay, what is the message today? So we are going to ground ourselves, stay grounded, as we specifically walk through this transformation that we're going through. We're going to honor where we are and show appreciation for how far we've come. We're healing the past. We're raising our frequency. We're focusing in on our confidence and what we bring into the world. I'm going to reach out to others if they need help. And guys, I'm always available for reading. I also do astrology. So just FYI, all my information is in the description box below. I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting some downloads while I'm speaking. Sorry if I'm like, ugh. All right, let's get your Reiki message. Let me focus here. That's what they want me to do, is focus. Okay, focus, focus, focus. Okay, cards are sticking together. It's so humid here. Get spiritually fit. Wow, I love that. And, you know, it's funny. It's got that yellow, you know, solar plexus energy with this healing green energy around it, opening your heart. Let's see what the actual message says. Sorry, thank you for your patience. Okay, we all want to have clarity, inner strength, and a sense of purpose in our lives. Isn't that true? But like physical fitness, it can take effort and ongoing commitment. Getting spiritually fit means living authentically, being true to yourself in everything you do, in your work, relationships, and leisure time, and making life choices from a place of courage, love, and trust, instead of from fear, which is really what living the Reiki way is all about. That is really spectacular. And this has always kind of been my message, that, and for any of you that are Catholic out there, we understand the body, mind, and spirit, right? Because of how we were raised, right? With Catholicism, which means the Trinity. You have to balance all three to find the ultimate enlightenment, okay? Some of us may not necessarily be destined to really do that in our lives, but once you're up halfway through the map of consciousness and you deal with all the lower energies, then you can invite love in your life. And then that's the steady, right, push and pull, right? That's the steady where you find the will to create the changes in your life. Getting spiritually fit. I love this. This is like such my message. Yeah. Living authentically, being true to yourself. So that's cracking that walnut. That's cracking open your heart and living on a soul level. Okay. But to get to that point, you got to get past all your limitations and the ego. Okay. And you can find that place. I've done it. So I'm a perfect example of that. And I work very hard to get here in my life. Trust me, 20 years of studying. Anyway, so let's move on to your angel answer card. So please think of a question that you'd like for me to answer today. Whew, sweaty. Okay. All right, I'm honing in on your energy. Okay, we got one that fell out, but I'm going to pull two today because I don't feel like I shuffled enough. And then I'll share both of them. Okay. What would you like to know today? Let's get you an answer to your question. Focus, focus, focus on your question. And here we go. You're ready. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Yeah, you are ready. You're like walking through it, you know, and you're ready. For those of you that are in the middle of your transformation, you're coming out of it. And for those of you that are ready to begin your journey, it's here for you. Okay, you're ready to create the change that you want in your life. Okay, so wow, love it. And helpful people. Yeah. So these are your answers. So hopefully these resonate for you. They're not necessarily for me to interpret. However, for you, yes, helpful people will come into your life when you ask for it. And yes, you're ready. You're ready to start that new project, to start that new business, to go back to school, to take a cooking class, whatever that is that's in your heart's desire. You are good to go. All right, and finally, let's just get you a quote, an inspirational quote from Gabby Bernstein. And I packed away a lot of my cards when I moved cross country, so I have to dig them out because there's so many more, so much more I'd like to contribute to these readings every week. But we'll get there. Dipping my toe back in, finding my groove. All right, what is the message today? What is the message today? What is the inspiration? I honor my self-worth by asking for what I want. Isn't that beautiful? That is so nice. That's so perfect. I value my self-worth. That's what The solar plexus energy is all about honoring your self-worth, believing in yourself. I honor my self-worth by asking for what I want. So whether that's dealing with helpful people, a protege, an organization, you're ready. You're ready to create the change that you want in your life. I'm very excited for you guys. This is a great reading. I want to wish you all the best. I'll see you next week. I'm now going to record. Actually, I have 2 healings I got to upload. Not 4, 2, because I got a little behind. But I'm going to get those up for you. And I hope you enjoy. God bless. And we'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye-bye.